Hello and welcome to another Buffbunny collection sizing and review video with me, your girl T, and I'm so excited to talk about the Strong AF collection. Strong AF is essentially Bailey 2.0. If you remember last year, Bailey had a collection, a collab called Juicy, and one of the hit pieces of her Juicy launch were the Miracle Leggings. Now at that time, it was supposed to be both Miracle Leggings and Miracle Shorts. But the shorts kind of fell behind. They weren't perfect yet, and the team did not feel confident pushing those out until they were perfected. So they told Bailey, we're gonna keep working on them, and when they're ready, we'll launch them and we'll make sure that you're part of that. So the time has come. Miracle Shorts are ready. And so what was essentially supposed to be like a little capsule launching the shorts turned into basically a whole second collab for Bailey. And we're so happy for her. So what they did is they are launching all of the Miracle Shorts plus Miracle Leggings with a few updates, and they restocked all of her best selling items from the Juicy launch. So that's how we get a Strong AF. And I love the color palette here. We get these beautiful bright hues for summer. It's almost like a combination of Juicy, Snack, Unbreakable, and Vita all mixed together, and I'm so here for it. You guys know obviously I'm biased because there's Vita in here too, so I'm excited to dive into these pieces and tell you more about them. This collection drops on Saturday, August 16th at 1 p.m. Central. As always, you can use code Teresa. That saves you 10% at checkout, and it supports me directly so that I can keep working with Buffbunny collection to bring you these reviews. Side note, this is also my first launch with Buffbunny not as an exclusive athlete. I think by now most people know that I decided to step back from being an exclusive athlete with Buffbunny. What that means is that as an exclusive athlete, you work with only that brand, right? And I dedicated 5 years to Buffbunny. I was a loyal, enthusiastic, exclusive athlete, and my time as an exclusive was beautiful. It was a beautiful time. So many dreams were fulfilled. I am forever grateful for the Buffbunny team. I am forever grateful for Heidi and all of the opportunities that I had working as an exclusive athlete. But I just feel like in this next chapter of my life, I have to put me first, and I have to do what's best for me and my life in the long run and that of my family and my child. And so I felt that it was time for me to spread my wings. So I am still working with Buffbunny collection. Obviously, I'm here and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for them for allowing me to continue on, even though I decided to not be exclusive. Now, being not exclusive means that I now get to work with more brands, and it means that I get to review more brands for you. So you will notice in this video something a little different, because in the past I would review Buffbunny against Buffbunny, but now because I do have the freedom to talk about other brands, you will see me compare some of these things to similar items from other brands, and I think that's a win-win for all of us. You know, I think that it expands my horizons, it expands our knowledge collectively, and I think it's gonna help you make informed decisions as well. So that is something a little bit different that you'll notice in this video. And as I continue to grow, I hope to continue to do that for you as well. Hopefully we will see review videos for other brands as well. But just because this is the first video that I'm doing since no longer being exclusive, I just wanted to make sure that I touch on that here today. Now, I still have a code, obviously I just said that, and so it is so important for you guys to use that code when you shop if you appreciate the work that I put into these launches. I don't have to do this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have to do any of this. None of this is required of me. I do it because I genuinely love activewear and because I genuinely love helping women feel confident and beautiful and finding their perfect size, especially when shopping online. So if you appreciate these videos, the comparisons, the Q&As, any of that, then please consider using my code at checkout. Like I said, it saves you money, but it also helps the Buffbunny team see the value in keeping me on the roster because I do hope to stay with them for as long as possible. All right, sizing. My sizing is still pretty much the same, except one thing has changed recently. So I'm still wearing large across the board, large tops, large bottoms, large shorts, everything. Last year I was sizing up to extra large in shorts. I'm no longer doing that. Now I'm just straight large. I have lost weight since last year, obviously. And because I've lost weight, I've actually lost fat in my boobs too. So I went and got remeasured and I am no longer a 36 double D. I'm now a 35D, but we're gonna round up to 36D, just one singular D. I did lose some volume in my cups. Obviously I'm still BTC, but I just wanted to be transparent that my boobs have gotten a little bit smaller compared to last year because I've lost fat in this area. So yeah, now I'm just a 36D. Obviously, I'm gonna tell you what I got for each of these pieces once I talk about them. So let's get into it. Let's start with the Halter Seamless Sports Bra, which is actually the same one I'm wearing right now. I'm just wearing it in black. This is in the Playa Ombre colorway, which I am obsessed with, but this is actually the revamped version of the old Halter Seamless from No Filter, from Catherine's collab. So actually, let me put this one on a hanger so I can like hold them up side by side. Now, I know there are mixed feelings about this one. I feel like the people who were disappointed in the one from this launch is because they liked this one, that they liked that it was short line, which is totally valid because we all have our different preferences, right? And while I did love this one and I ended up buying it in multiple colors, I had to size up in this one to give me enough cup coverage so that my boobs wouldn't fall out. I loved it, I really did. And like I said, I bought it in multiple colors. But this one, I don't have to size up. I don't have to size up. I can wear my normal size because this long line part now gives me enough coverage for my boob. Now I am gonna get close up in just a minute and show you how it fits now with the long line version. But if it wasn't a long line, I would still have to size up if it was like this one. So I do think it's true to size. It was true to size back then too. Again, I just sized up for cup coverage purposes. It's still true to size. Literally the only difference is that now it's longer. Literally, it's the same fabric, it's the same everything. It still has the T-strap. They did add a little bit like right here, and I will put pictures here on the side for you to see. So it does come up just a little teeny tiny bit more, and then it comes down a little bit teeny tiny down lower to where now I don't have to worry about anything popping out or slipping under. I love this bra. This is a Theta top pick. For me, it is. I love it. You guys know I love short-line bras. I love short-line bras. That was like one of the biggest things for me for Vita. It was creating shorter bras that still fit, and I think they did a really good job with updating this one. In fact, I tried on samples of this because they were working on Strong AF, everything for 2025, right? They were working at the same time as they were working on Vita. So when I would go to my Vita fittings, my Vita samples, obviously sometimes they would be like, hey, can you try this on? It's from blah, blah, blah. And so I did get to try this particular bra when it was still a sample, when they were still updating it. And I was so excited. I was so happy because again, I liked this one. So when I found out that they were gonna make this one a little bit more coveragey, I was so ecstatic. They did not disappoint. I love it. Now, it is, again, seamless fabric. So I know a lot of you don't like seamless, and I get that. If you don't like seamless, then this is not gonna be the launch for you. I'm just gonna be straight, honest, blunt with you. If you don't like seamless, this is not going to be the launch for you. That being said, we have had Nubri in every single launch. In fact, Heidi made it a point to make sure that there was legacy in every single launch in the past like year and a half. There has always been at least one Nubri item in every single launch. This is the first launch in over a year where we don't have Nubri. And because these are returning colors, you've seen some of these colors already in Nubri. And so that's why I've kind of been trying to highlight that over on Instagram, how you can mix and match what you do like from here with the Nubri stuff that you already own, or the butter stuff that you already own. I don't know where I was going with this tangent. Oh, this is seamless because it's this seamless fabric. I get that some of you are not going to like it. It is just a little bit rougher. It's not as buttery, obviously. The strap here, it's not the most comfortable. Like if I had to tell you which is the most comfortable halter in the history of Buffbunny, it's going to be the Halo halter top, right? Halo fabric, but again, different fabric. But if we're saying which is the most comfortable halter in all of Buffbunny history, then I'm going to say it's that one. So this one is not going to be like that one. This one does tug on the back of the neck a little bit more, but it does have this T-strap on the back here. Let me put this one down. I don't want to keep showing you the wrong one. So this is the new one, right? So as you can see, it does have a halter strap. The halter itself is not adjustable. Now, I think mine is pretty true to size. I think if I size down, it would be hella tight. So I personally could not, I can't size down because of my cup anyway, okay? But like, even if I had a smaller cup, I don't think I could size down because I feel like the neck strap would be really, really tight around my neck. Now, what I do like about this bra, which is what I also liked about the one from, oh my God, what's it called? From Kara's launch. I can't remember the name. Sultry? Was it Sultry Bra? I think it was Sultry Bra. I think it was. They have this little removable T-strap, so you can take it off and put it back on. And what it does, it pulls down on the neck strap to relieve some of that tension. So I love this. To be completely honest with you, I don't know that I would ever want to wear it without this, because this to me is what makes this bra comfortable enough to wear. But again, if that's not your cup of tea, this is totally removable. You can take it off, you can adjust it, you can make it tighter, you make it looser, whatever you need to do. But I do love this bra. It's a tere top pick. Okay, so I wanted to get closer to kind of show you how long the bra is. So I'm gonna get really close here so you can see. Do you see this line? This is how short the original one was, like up to here. And as you can see, I still have boob. I still have plenty of boob. So that's why in the old one, I would have to size up so that I would get a little bit more length to actually cover the circumference of my boob. But with this one, because it's long line, even though this technically is still not long enough, I have all of this extra room to keep me covered. So I can raise my arms and nothing is going to slip out. Eventually it does actually end up fitting like the short line is meant to, because I just have that much space to cover. So I love this one. Obviously, if you're smaller chested, yours is probably gonna fit more like that, like a long line like that, right? I cannot size up. Like, I know some of you are gonna be like, well, then why don't you just size up? I can't, because if I size up, then this part is gonna be way too loose. I'm gonna have like gaping right here on the sides. I cannot size up. I try to size up. I cannot size up. It does not fit me because that's not my size. This is my size. It's just not long enough as a short line. So the long line really does a good job at covering everything up. And because this is a soft seam, it doesn't like dig in or like cut my boob at an awkward place. It just kind of looks like it's there. So I really, really do like this bra. The side coverage is pretty decent. Not the best, but it's pretty decent. And like I said, we have the removable T-strap on the back. Next up, I have the Glow Bra. The Glow Bra is a returning bra. I want to say the first time we saw it, it was with Space. It's been a minute. I want to say Space was the first time we saw it, and then I think we saw it again with Snack, and now we see it again with Strong AF. Now, out of some of the daintier versions of these kinds of twist bras, Glow is the only one that actually still works for me. I think it's because, and I've said this before in other reviews, is because it comes up around the neck and then it crisscrosses like this. So it does a good job at just kind of like locking everything in and holding me together. It's still a dainty bra. It's still a dainty bra. Not a lot of coverage, not a lot of support. It is going to be on the lighter end for coverage and support. They said there have been no changes to this bra, and I agree. I didn't see any changes. Now all of my old Glow bras are extra large. Now I'm down to the large. So, but I mean, aside from me sizing differently now, there have been no changes to the Glow bra. It looks like this. The one thing that, and it's not a deal breaker, but the one thing that kind of bugs me about the Glow bra is that it's an actual twist. Do you see, like, it's an actual twist. When it's on, it doesn't bother me at all. Like, it actually does a pretty good job at, like, securing everything. That's not why it bothers me. Why this bothers me is when I wash it, because it unravels, and then after you wash it, you have to, like, sit there and maneuver it until you find the correct twisty way to put it back together. That's my only complaint about this bra. Other than that, it's fine. I mean, for a dainty bra, it's fine. It's got removable padding. It's butter fabric, so it's light. It's going to be very, very stretchy, hence why I say light support. The stretchier a fabric is, the less support you're going to have, because it's going to move with you. So if you want high support and like compression, butter fabric is not going to be it. It's not going to be it, okay? This is more light, dainty, soft, free movement type of thing, which, like, for me, this is great for, like, when I go to solid core, when I need to have that range of motion for all the stretching. But for things like running, box jumps, what else, like, even like if when I like weightlifting and I'm doing like cleans, just like cleans, because it's such a drastic movement, it will move around. So again, light support, light coverage, but super soft. And it actually stays in place better than some of the other dainty twist bras. Definitely a cutie. Next I have the Wonder Seamless Bra, but before I hit record, I actually like went to the restroom, went to the kitchen to grab a drink, and then came back. And then this is what it looks like on me. And I wanted to show you this before I adjust it back, because I feel like this bra runs a little big, and as you can see, like, because I have extra space and room, everything just kind of like scrunches up. So I just wanted to show you before I do that, so you can watch me here while I adjust it. But all right, Wonder Seamless Bra. We've seen this bra before. We saw it with Juicy. It is back, and there have been several adjustments, so we're gonna go through it. First of all, I'm wearing a size large, if I didn't say that. I'm wearing a large. I totally feel like I could do a medium. I totally do. And I've been waiting for them to stock them in the boutique so I could go try on a medium to be sure. But they haven't stocked the boutique. As of this recording, they haven't stocked the boutique, so I haven't been able to try it for sure. But okay, so Wonder Seamless Bra. Wonder Seamless Bra is obviously seamless fabric. It is kind of like this, and then it has these straps. These straps, for the most part, are meant to be crossed in the front, but you can cross them in the back. In fact, I'm gonna put a little picture right here for you to see how it looks crisscrossed in the front or the back. I'll probably cross them over in just a minute too. Updates since the last time. Last time I got my normal size, this time I got my normal size. Okay, so this is the one from before, and this is the one from now. So they updated the straps to be denser. So these are definitely thinner. I hope my camera is focusing. These are definitely thinner compared to these. These are definitely a little bit thicker, a little bit sturdier. I don't know if it's the actual fabric, because it is kind of like folded into itself and then stitched. Or maybe it's the stitching that changed. Oh yeah, it's definitely the stitching that changed. So you can see the stitching changed. It's probably a teensy bit wider now too. The point is that these straps are now denser, so they sit more comfortably. These could kind of like dig in a little bit. I'm sorry, yeah, the old ones could kind of dig in a little bit after a while, especially if you tightened the bag. The more you tightened it, the more that they would kind of like dig in. So these, because they're a little bit denser, they sit more comfortably. So that's update number 1. Update number 2 is that the padding on the inside would move around a lot. So what they did, and I can't really show you, I don't have another one to show you, but I'm gonna see if I can show you right here. They added this mesh paneling. I hope you can see it. They added this mesh paneling on the inside of the pad insert so that it creates friction and it keeps the pad from moving in place. It still moves, I'm not gonna lie, it still moves. They still like come in and bunch up here, but it takes a little bit longer for them to bunch up and move here. Whereas these, I felt like I was constantly adjusting them, so eventually I just took them out because it was driving me bananas. These, they put a little bit longer. Those are the 2 big updates to this bra. Now, the reason why I say that if you're in between sizes, you could size down is because I feel like it's too much. Like there's too much, like in this size, I have too much. Like it keeps going down. Like it keeps riding down. It keeps bunching up like this. I feel like if it was tighter, like if it was smaller and tighter, it wouldn't be moving around as much. Additionally, I feel like I have so much room right here. Like I have so much room. Like it's not flush against my skin. I feel like if it was again smaller, tighter, it would like be more supportive, and it would just like overall fit better, and then it wouldn't lose its shape so easily, because literally it loses its shape so easily. And I don't think it's the bra itself. Maybe it is, maybe it's the sizing, maybe it's both, I don't know. I don't remember experiencing that this much with the old one. And I recently wore the old one just so that the fit would be like fresh in my mind, because it has been a while. I don't know, I feel like, or maybe it's just this color. Maybe it's just lunar. I don't have another color to compare it to. Maybe it's just lunar that runs a little bit bigger. I don't know, but I feel like for this one, I could have sized down so that it's more snug and then it's not as moving around. Also on the sides here, like it comes down so low. Do you see, like I have some space. I'm trying to make sure I don't like show you something I'm not supposed to. But I feel like if it was tighter and smaller, it would stay put instead of constantly going down like that. Now it does have adjustable straps, and I have moved around the straps quite a bit. Like I've moved them up a lot, and I probably will move them more. But again, if the adjustable is having to come up that high, I think I just need a smaller size. Anyway, this is with the crisscross in the front, so then the straps would be straight in the back. It is like a dainty small back, like that. If you have extra weight in your back, kind of like I do, it does tend to kind of like not dig in, but kind of roll a little bit, as you can see. It's not uncomfortable, it doesn't bother me, but I did want to point that out. Now, let me switch the strap so that the crisscross is in the back. I just realized the other thing that terribly annoys me about this bra, but it's an easy fix, It's this dang tag. Do you see how like it just keeps popping out? Also, do you see how low it is? Again, I think I need to size down. I think I need a smaller size. But anyway, the point is that this dang tag is so freaking annoying, and it's the same way for Plunge Seamless. And I know last year I cut it off of both my bras. So you better believe I'm gonna cut this baby off on this one too. Anyway, here it is with the straps crossed in the back. Now, I personally feel comfort-wise, I like this better. I think I like the cross in the back better. Like if you are sensitive to textures and things, especially like if you have something crisscrossing right here in your neck and that makes you feel like you're being suffocated, then being able to crisscross it in the back is a lifesaver. I think crossing it in the back is way more comfortable. I like the look of it being crossed in the front, but it's more comfortable to have them cross in the back like this. Now, the only thing with crossing them in the back is that I do get a little like gaping right here on the sides, which is why this popped out. So again, I feel like sizing down would solve that issue. So in conclusion, once again, if you're in between sizes, size down on this one. But other than that, like everything else is the same. Like the side coverage is the same. It's pretty low, but it's the same. And then here the straps crossed in the back instead. Same thing. If you carry weight right here, it is going to kind of roll a little bit. I just realized I had my mic on my waistband, so I hope you guys heard all of that, because I'm not re-recording all of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So anyway, do I like this bra? Yes. Is it a theta topic? No. Is it cute? Yes. Is it comfortable? It can be. Is it true to size? I think there's some room for improvement. I think it runs a little bit big, and I think sizing down would kind of help. Yeah, this part, like this band is not digging in super tight or anything, so I do think I'm gonna size down. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, this is in lunar blue. Love lunar blue. Love, love, love. Next up, I have the Plunge Seamless Bra. Full transparency, I'm wearing cakes. So you might see some like skin tone little pieces of something there. It's not my nipples. I'm wearing cakes so that I don't accidentally show you my nipples. Okay, I just wanted heads up. So like you'll probably see like this little like silicone stuff right here. It's not my nipples. They're my cakes, my little silicone nipple covers. Anyway, Plunge Seamless. We saw Plunge Seamless with Juicy. She's now back. They updated it. They widened it. Why they chose to do that, I don't know. I did it again. I don't know a single person who said, I wish Plunge Seamless was wider and showed my nipples. I don't know why they fixed something that wasn't broken. I don't know. Maybe people did say that and I just don't know. I don't know. But I'm not a fan of the change. So I'm wearing it the way that it's supposed to fit because I want you to see what it's supposed to look like. I realize that my boobs are really in your face right now, but I just really wanted to show you, okay? So this is the seam that goes under your bust, okay? It goes under your bust like this, and then you get lift, okay? Now, obviously, I can't wear it like this because I will be showing straight nipples, okay? And that's content for a different platform that I don't have. So, automatic nip slip for me. I can't size down because if I size down, my boobs are gonna really be popping out. There's no reason for me to size up. Like, that's not the issue. So, yeah. I'm gonna put a picture right here, a side-by-side comparison of the old one, the new one, and then the old one and the new one layered on top of each other on my body because I need you to see how drastic the difference is. I can still wear this bra because it is adjustable, so what I did is I tightened the straps, okay, to create a more U shape on the sides, okay, it comes in more, bam. Now, I can do this and it does give me a little bit more coverage, but as you can see now, this, which was supposed to be down here, is now halfway up my boob, and that under bust part that's supposed to cover my torso is actually now being used to cover my actual boobs. So, like that. In conclusion, can I wear this bra? Yes, I can. And I can lift it up to make sure I'm covered. But just keep in mind that for me, at least with my body type, it's not gonna fit me the same way it fits the other girls. It's gonna fit me shorter because I'm using the long line part as coverage part. And I also need to keep in mind that it's just gonna be a booby light support bra. Honestly, I think I'm gonna stick to using this for home workouts in my garage, sauna, or honestly just to like wear around the house as like a lounge bralette. I have no issue wearing it as a lounge bralette. I just don't expect this to be like something that I could use for high intensity. It is comfy like the last one. The straps feel way more comfortable this time around. I just really wish that they hadn't widened the neckline. I did hear that this was kind of an accident or maybe not intentional, and that they are going to fix it for the future if they decide to bring this bra back. So we only kind of have to put up with it just this time around. But yeah, I mean, and I love the colorway. I love the simplicity of the bra. That's what kind of like hurts me, is that you guys know I love simple bras, but why did I have to go mess that up, you know? But yeah, I would give this bra probably like a 6 or 7. No, that 6 is too low. I give it a good 7. I give it a good 7 because I do like the bra. Literally, the only thing that just kind of makes it not a 9 is the fact that it's so wide. And, you know, depending on where your headlights point, it may or may not work for you. And for me, it's one of those that just, if it's too low, it doesn't work for me. But like this, I like it. Like, it just feels like a normal short line bra. The one thing that does annoy the out of me, which I will be fixing once I'm done reviewing, is this. This tag keeps popping out. It doesn't matter if I like push it back in, like as I'm moving, it will just start to come back out again. So I do plan to cut this off. Actually, I'm 90% sure I had to do that on the old one too. So I am gonna cut this off because it is just annoying. But yeah, Plunge Seamless, 7 out of 10 in the cuteness and comfort. Just really wish I had just a little bit more narrow of a neck. I don't mind the plunge. I like the plunge. I just wish it wasn't so wide. Next up, I have the Curve bra. We've seen Curve so many times, so I'm honestly not going to spend a lot of time on this one. Okay, it's butter fabric, which means it's very light, it's brushed, it's soft. This is not going to be a high support bra, okay? There's no compression to this. The only thing that might just be a bonus for BTC is that it is a higher neck, so we don't have the risk of like popping out of the bra. That being said, it is short. Although it's curved, it is short. Do you see how short it is on me? Granted, I do have a short torso, so it might not look as short, but it's short, okay? I can raise my arms, and I can I can wear it for back day, like to do lat pull downs, but I can't like excessively be moving my arms up and down because it will keep riding up and my under boob will start to come out. So, and this is with me sizing up, and I'm sizing up for coverage. Not because the large doesn't fit me or it's too tight or anything, literally only sizing up just so I can get that extra ½ inch of length to like kind of keep my boobs in. I'm gonna put a picture here so you can just see the massive difference between Curve and my Revolution Curve from Vida. I wanted to make sure that this Curve actually covered my bust in my normal size. Like, I shouldn't have to size up for coverage. So here I'm wearing large, which is my normal size, large and Revolution Curve. And you can see it covers my bust perfectly. But then here is the extra large Curve, meaning I had to size up just to get enough coverage. And even then, it like barely gives me enough coverage. Again, I'm wearing it right now, okay? So if you have a bigger bust, if you're like more fuller and you come out more, then it's probably going to be short on you. You're probably going to need to size up just to get enough coverage, unless you want the under boob look. That's, you know, then get your normal size. But I just like, for me, I do have to size up in order to fit me to the point where I can wear it and actually move around in it. You guys know I love a basic bra, so the racer back in the back for me is perfect. It does have like the elastic at the bottom, so it stays nice and put. One thing that annoys me, and I'm sure annoys you guys, is on the PDF it says it comes with padding, but that is not true. I guess someone just keeps copying and pasting the same thing over and over again and has not edited the part out where it says it has padding, because it does not have padding. It has the inserts on the side so you can add your own padding, but it doesn't come with the padding. And I know there was a conversation around that a while back after the initial launch where people complained that you could see the padding on the bra, which I feel like you can do that with most bras. But anyway, that was the reason why they took it away. And I kind of like, to me, it wasn't a big deal because I take the pads out anyway, right? But I feel like they should have kept the pads in and given people a choice. I still would have taken the pads out, but like for the people who prefer the pads, they should have just left the pads in. Like, they obviously go through the whole process of making sure it still has the inserts, the little holes for it, the little slots for the padding. just give people the padding and let people take out the pads if they don't want to. But I digress. Again, it doesn't affect me because I take the pads out anyway, but I do feel for those of you who want the pads, right? What else can I tell you about this bra? Yeah, I don't want you to think I'm shitting on the bra because it is actually one of my favorite bras. Hello, that's why we made Rebel Curve, because Curve is one of my favorite bras and I wanted a similar bra to that. Actually, Revolution and Curve are two of my favorites, so we kind of meshed them together. Yeah, because I actually do like this bra, and every time there's a launch with this bra, I get this bra because I just love it, and I think it's so cute, and it's just like, I don't know, I just think it's cute. I love it, and it's comfortable. To me, it's comfortable. So, yeah, butter fabric, Curve bra. Next up, I have the Double Dip Bra. This is the Peach Rings tie-dye colorway. This bra only comes in the tie-dye colorways. There's the Peach Rings, the Blue Bubbles, and the green, is it, I don't know if it's Honeydew tie-dye. It's here. It's green, okay? I chose to get it in the orange colorway. So double dip bra we originally saw with Grounds. I loved it then, but one of the complaints that most people had was that it was a little tight right here, like at the underarm, like armpit area, like it kind of like dug in. Not that it was too high, but that it kind of like dug in, like it was tight. I guess this elastic was tight. I guess maybe some people did say it kind of was high. I didn't find it high. The point is that when they re-released it with the Summer Essentials restock, which was the last Buffbunny video that I did prior to this one, so you can go back and watch that one if you haven't. They lowered it by, I think they said a 1/4 inch. I'll put it here somewhere. They lowered it so it doesn't dig in, or it doesn't like pinch into the armpit area. So you still get nice full coverage on the side, but without the digging in, without the pinching. Now, in the Grounds launch, I did get my normal size. I like the way my normal size fit. But I mentioned in Summer Essentials that I noticed that over time, my Double Dip Butter Bra shrunk. And it wasn't like an immediate like shrink from like one wash to the next. It was kind of like a gradual, like every time I washed it, it would shrink more and more and more, to the point where like when my concrete matter print from Grounds looks like a small, because it's shrunk so much. And so that's why I chose to now size up. So I have an extra large, not because I felt like I couldn't fit into a large, because I absolutely can. I just want the bra to last, I want the bras to last me a little longer if they're gonna continue to shrink. I hope that makes sense. So I am wearing an extra large. I did measure it against my ones from Summer Essentials restock, which was supposed to be the same fit as these, okay? Summer Essentials and Strong AF, they're supposed to be the same fit, which they are for the most part. Like the straps are the same, the side coverage is the same, bottom band is the same. The only thing I noticed is that I do have more like length with this one. I do get more like an extra 1/2 inch. It's like a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. And I noticed it because I noticed that it kind of covers more of my bust. Now, I don't know if this is across the board. I don't know if mine's a fluke, because there is like a 1/4 inch allowance between items. Like it's okay if like if they were to grab 2 extra larges and they put them side by side, the allowance of difference can be a 1/4 inch. So maybe I just got one that's like on the higher end of the allowance. Maybe it's the tie-dye print that makes them stretchier. I don't know. All I know is that for sure this tie-dye one, when I put it up against my salsa red one and my what indigo shadow? No, maybe it is. Yeah, no, the blue one, the blue one from the restock. Okay, the navy blue one. When I put it against those two, this one has more coverage lengthwise. But again, it could be a fluke, I don't know. But other than that, it fits like the Summer Essentials one. And I do like it. Again, I like simplicity, so to me this is cute. It's called Double Dip because it dips in the front and it dips in the back. Nice and simple bra. It does have an elasticized bottom, so it kind of like holds things in. It does have removable padding, so you can take it off, leave it in, whatever you choose to do. Now, because it is butter fabric, it's still going to be light support. I know it's like simple and you have great coverage, but it's still going to be light support. I think this is more supportive than curve, honestly, which is crazy because you would think that curve, because it's higher coverage, would be more supportive, but no, I find this one more supportive than curve. Let me know in the comments if y'all agree, if you have both, if you agree. But I do, I think this one's more supportive than curve. But yeah, I mean, I like it. It's simple, it's comfy, it comes in cute tie-dye colors, so yep. Let's talk about the return of the Butter Bandeau. If I say crop top, just know that that's my 90s, early 2000s brain, because back in my day, these were crop tops, not bandeaus. So I kind of have to rewire my brain to remember to say bandeau over crop top, but I'm gonna use both terms interchangeably. Just know that I'm talking about this one. So we saw this one with Juicy. And then we saw it again return with Summer Essential Restock, and then obviously with Strong AF, because this is a Bailey Juicy top, right? There's been a lot of back and forth about if this one is bigger than the Juicy one. Okay, here's my thing. If we compare it to the Juicy one, yes, this one is probably bigger. In fact, not probably, it is, okay? That being said, I think it's now true to size. I think the Juicy one was not true to size. I think the Juicy one was small. I think the Juicy one ran small. In fact, I had to size up in the Juicy one because it ran small. And I think what they did is they now made it true to size. This is a true to size. I'm wearing my normal large. With Juicy, I had to get an extra large. And even then, I probably could have gone up to 2XL because it was that tight. So I feel like now it's true to size because I can wear my normal size. So in comparison to the Juicy one, yes, it's bigger. But if we're talking like overall, no, I don't think it runs big. I think it's true to size. So if you liked your Juicy fit one, then size down in this one, right? If you were like me where you had to size up before, good news, you don't have to size up anymore because now it fits true to size. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I'm wearing my normal size large. It's comfortable. Okay, it does have the built-in shelf bra. It does have padding. It is a cropped length. It is not full length, not like the full length seamless tees. Okay, it is cropped length. It comes here. My belly button is down here, so this rests above my belly button. Now, the team says that they didn't change it as far as sizing wise, but I mean, we've all kind of measured them and can see it clearly was. The only change that they have told us that is like a confirmed change is that they changed the structure of the little things right here where you put the strap in, because what happened is it didn't happen to me, but some of the other like girls said that this little part right here like unraveled, it came undone, or it snapped, or it tore, or whatever. And so now they can't use the halter strap and they just have to wear it as a tube top, as a bandeau. So they did reinforce this and you can definitely feel the difference. Like it feels way more sturdy. Like I had to sit there and jam that little thing in the last time I took it off. So it's definitely more sturdy. They should last you much longer now. But yeah, that's really the only change that they have confirmed. It does still have the silicone along the top, so this kind of helps it to not slide up and down, which I think it actually does a really good job at keeping the top in place. And then here's the back. Now, this is my only thing is that, and this is why I don't like shelf bras in general, because if you have any kind of fat in your back, it's gonna kind of like pinch it. It's gonna pinch it like here, right? And then also the bandeau, not the bandeau, the shelf bra is gonna kind of like dig in. And so like it doesn't feel like it's digging in, like it doesn't hurt or anything, but you can see it, right? So this is the only thing that bugs me about it. I wish the shelf bra was only in the front, like they had stitched it here to the sides and that the shelf bra was only in the front. I would have loved that, but not my top. But yeah, other than that, I do like it. It's cute. So it's comfortable right now. I'm wearing it comfortably. This is comfortable too because it's adjustable. So you can let it out, bring it in, whatever you need to do. But because it does have this silicone here that kind of like, kind of like keeps it up it does start to hurt after a while. I'd say I can wear it comfortably for about 3 or 4 hours. After that, I'm dying to take it off. So like for a workout, it's fine because I'm gonna put it on, go to the gym, work out, come home, shower. I'm only gonna wear it for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours if I have to go run errands. So it's fine. But I did wear this to dinner when the House of Secret girls were here last week. I met up with them to have dinner, and by the time I got home at like 10 p.m. that night, it was hurting, it was pinching, it was hurting, it was digging. I couldn't wait to take it off. So just keep that in mind. Like, it's great, it's comfy for like short-term wear, but I personally wouldn't wear it like an all-day thing. Like, and I've seen some people wear theirs like all day, like music festivals, concerts, and things like that, which, I mean, I guess if you're only going for a few hours, it's fine, but I don't know that I could wear it all day. I feel like I would be hurting. Maybe it's just me though, I don't know. But yeah, but other than that, it is cute. I like it. Obviously I had to get it in Mar, and Tequila Sunrise because they're my babies. Next up, I have the seamless long sleeve. This is the Synergy seamless long sleeve. So this is a Synergy seamless fabric. This is different from the Miracle shorts and Miracle leggings. My Vita shorts, my Vita leggings were also the same type of seamless that Miracle is. This is different, okay? This is Synergy seamless. This is an old fabric for Buffbunny. I mentioned that this shirt actually first came out with Sugar Rush, which was Felicia's collab. The difference is that the one from Felicia's collab, and I'll post a picture here, had that cutout in the back. So when they were talking about bringing this back, I remember a lot of us athletes saying, bring it back, but without the hole in the back. Just give us just a plain long sleeve shirt. And that's exactly what the team did. And I love this. Now, Synergy Seamless is a lighter fabric, a lighter seamless. I'm going to get close so you can see. Hopefully it focuses. I hope. It is a lighter seamless. It is stretchy, okay? It's not like super stretchy. By no means is it like butter stretch or anything like that. Probably not as stretchy as Halo. I think Halo is stretchier. Obviously, as you can see my tattoo. So it is going to be see-through. It is going to be sheer. You can see the bra that you're wearing underneath. So this is not a shirt that you would wear without a bra. But yeah, like you can clearly see my tattoo through it, right? So Synergy Seamless, love it, stretchy. This is meant to be a form-fitting top, so it is going to hug you. Even if you size up, it's going to hug you to some degree. Obviously, if you size down, it's going to hug you even more. If you size up, just because of the silhouette, it's going to hug you, okay? I'm going to put a picture right here so you can see the difference because, like I said, it comes in 2 lengths. It comes in the full length, which is what I'm wearing right now, and then it comes in the baby tee length. So I'm going to show you right here. The baby tee length is more hip length, and it's just like a straight cut. The full length one has a more of a hourglass silhouette. It's still full length, but it has an hourglass silhouette. And because it has that hourglass silhouette where it comes in at the waist, it is still going to hug you. Like I said, even if you size up, it's still going to be form-fitting to some degree. Obviously, if you keep sizing up, it is going to get baggier and baggier. Even probably like the arms are going to be a little bit loose. But I just kind of wanted to show you how the shape of it affects the fit of it. Now, lengthwise, they're the same lengths as the Halos. So the long sleeve baby tee is the same length as the Halo baby tee, and the full length seamless tee is full length long sleeve is going to be the same length as a full length Halo. Seamless and Halo are not the same fabric, okay? They're not the same fabric. Otherwise, they would have called them Halo long sleeves. These are not Halo long sleeves. They're seamless long sleeves. So please be aware that this is going to be a different fabric. I would hate for you to get it thinking it's the same fabric as the Halos, and it's not. It's still comfortable. It is warm, but like, it's crazy because I just showed you how like light it is, that you can see my tattoo, but it is still a little bit warm. So like, can I wear this at the gym and work out in it? Absolutely. In fact, I did. I wanted to test it. Like, do I get hot and suffocated? I don't. I didn't mind it. But I also live in Houston where it's 110 degrees outside with 100% humidity. So the minute I stepped out of my house or stepped out of my gym, like it was really hot. Like it was really hot. So in AC, it's fine. out about in the heat? Heck nah. But that also means that it's gonna be great for when like winter comes around and it does get a little bit colder outside. It's gonna be a great layering piece, which I'm so excited about. I caused some people to panic on Instagram because I had posted this little picture of comparing it to the Sugar Rush one, and I noted the differences. And you guys know I do this. Like, I will compare old and new because it helps us, right? It helps us kind of decide our sizing. Do we want it? Do we not? And I showed the differences between the Sugar Rush one and this one, and people panicked when I showed that this one was shorter than the Sugar Rush one and that the sleeves were shorter than the Sugar Rush one. And that was not my intention, so I'm sorry. The point was for me to show you the differences. And because I showed that it was shorter, people panicked. There's no reason to panic, guys. It's still long. Do you see how long this is? I never wear my shirts this way. Even my full-length halos, I don't wear this way. This is not for me. I don't like super long things like this. So as you can see, if you're tall, if you have a long torso, this is still going to fit you. It's going to be long enough. I promise. I wear mine more like this. I just kind of let them pull at my hips, like at my waist, at my hips, and just kind of let them hang. That's just how I prefer to wear it. And because I prefer to wear mine like this, it just makes more sense for me to buy the hip length one. So let me change into the hip length one so you can see. So this is the hip length one, which sits perfectly at my waist, right above my hips, the way I like it. And the way I just feel like it flatters my body type better. Because I do have such an hourglass figure, I feel like this just kind of accentuates my shape better versus that super long one. Again, personal preference though. But yeah, they're essentially the same thing. It's just that they're cut at a different part. They're cut at a different part. Same thing though. I am wearing my normal size, large. The sleeves are fitted, but they're not tight. Let me say that again. The sleeves are fitted, but they're not tight. Nothing squeezes me. Nothing. Armpits don't squeeze, arms don't squeeze, nothing squeezes. Okay, it's fitted, but not tight. But again, if you want just a little bit more room, you can totally size up. Length, arm sleeve length. Again, I had shown on that one picture how it's shorter than the Sugar Rush ones, but I want you to rest assured that it's still long. It's still long. I kind of distribute the fabric along my arm just so that it doesn't look so long, but it's actually pretty long. It's actually pretty long. So like you can see, so if I want to use the thumb holes, so I have to like put my hands in the thumb holes. Do you see I have all this extra fabric right here, all this extra fabric. So if you have long arms, you will be okay. You will be okay because you got plenty of length. But yeah, I like it in my normal size large. I don't feel the need to size down. I feel like if I size down, then it would kind of be a little tight right here. I don't want to size up because I like the fitted look. So yeah, I love these. These are probably my number 2 pick for this launch. My number 2 top pick. The instant that a top pick, honestly. I've been waiting for these to come back for a long time. I've always regretted that I didn't get more with Sugar Rush. And so I'm glad that they're finally back and that we get them in these fun, bright colors. And I'm grateful that they launched them now in the summer so that we get the fun, bright colors. Because you and I both know that if these came out in October, November, December, January, we would get them in like muted neutrals or dark colors, which I mean, I like dark colors too. But there's something to be said about the brights. So if you like these, I would jump on them now. Well, if you like them in brights, jump on them now because I have a feeling that if we see more long sleeves in the future, nothing's going to be super bright anymore. You know, we had a long summer of brights, starting with Unbreakable. Yeah, we had Unbreakable, Vita, the Restock, Story of Motherhood, whatever that's called, Strong AF. We had a lot of brights this summer and they all play so well together. Well, minus Story of Motherhood, that one just kind of was like felt random, but the rest, they all play so well together. But I think this is it. I think we're done with the brights and we're ready to move, like the brand is ready to move on into the fall hues. So this is not just for the tees or anything in this launch. Like if you want like the brights, this is probably gonna be your last chance to get the brights. So get the brights. There are a couple more bras dropping that I just didn't get. The first one is the Alpha Sports Bra. Oldie. It's a fan favorite. I reviewed it in the last video for the summer essentials. It's not my favorite because it's too booby. Like, it's cute. Honestly, I think I would love it as lifestyle wear, but I don't necessarily like it for the gym because it's too booby for me. But yeah, it's gonna come in white and Candy Crush, which I know a lot of y'all were really excited about the Candy Crush option. So it's dropping right now. Newbie fabric, medium support, low coverage, like I said, DV neckline, removable bust pads, long line cut, but that long line rides up to me, so it eventually becomes a short line bra. But Alpha Sports Bra, I didn't get it, but you can watch the last video that I did for summer essentials and I reviewed it there if you're interested. Then we have the Form Seamless Sports Bra, which I will picture here. We saw this bra last summer with one of the summer capsules, and I remember at the time they kept saying it's a BTC Seamless Bra, BTC Seamless Bra, and then it came out and it was good for BTC in the form of coverage. It was not good for BTC in the form of support. It's just too stretchy, in my opinion, to be supportive. If you're in between sizes, definitely still size down. They said there's no changes to it. Of course, like I said, I didn't get one, so I can't confirm, but just from talking to the other girls who did get it, it seems like it really didn't change. So between sizes, size down. It's reversible, so you can wear it either way. Yeah, I mean, it only comes in 3 colors: salsa red, lipstick red, and mocha berry. Not really fun, bright colors. Another reason why I didn't get it. But if you want a seamless bra that has a little bit more coverage compared to the other seamless bra options, then this is probably going to be a really good one for you. It's not my favorite bra, so I didn't bother to get it. Like, I would rather get an extra pair of Miracle shorts over this bra. And then the other top that I did not get was the Strong Short Sleeve Tee, which comes in 3 gorgeous colors: white, cotton candy, which is that light teal, which I really love, and Pop Rocks. I like this tee. I wish I had this tee, but I'm limited to how many items I can get. And like I said, I fell in love with Miracle shorts, so I was like, I'd rather get another pair of Miracle shorts over a t-shirt. But if you want a t-shirt, that's here. Same great soft cotton tees that they've been doing lately. Yeah, it's oversized fit, 100% cotton, and it's a strong, and it kind of like drips and fades out. So it's really cute shirt. Like I said, I want it. I just didn't want to give up a pair of Miracle shorts for it. I just got a text from Gabs. I'm gonna show you what she said. I 150% forgot about the long sleeve and just put her on and love it, especially the baby tee length. To which I replied, it's my second favorite item of the lunch. So just to show you that long sleeve seamless is beautiful. All right, let's get into the bottom. Now, just as a general announcement here, for all of my bottom reviews, I am gonna be wearing the same pair of black underwear. It is a black thong because I want you to be able to see the sheerness. And trust me, even though it's a thong, you will still be able to tell how sheer it is, okay? So let's start with the aggressive scrunch shorts. I'm wearing my normal size large, and I feel like over time, aggressive scrunch keeps getting higher and higher and higher. I feel like they're ultra high rise at this point, and I don't think I'm the only one that feels that way. What I loved initially about aggressive scrunch is that they were more high rise, not ultra high rise. Like, they still covered my belly button, but they were high rise. Now I feel like they're so ultra high rise. So I did size down to a medium in some of the ones from the Essentials restock. I did get mediums in those, and I almost got mediums in these. I panicked, emailed Mary, and I was like, oh my gosh, Mary, I'm having second thoughts. Can you change them back to large? So she did, and I should have just kept with the mediums. I should have kept with the mediums. I think that they would have just hugged me a little bit better. They wouldn't be so high. So if you're in between sizes, I can say you probably go with your smaller size. If you like the ultra high rise feel, then don't size down. Just stick with your normal size because they feel ultra high rise. Like, this is a short line bra, you guys. This is a short line bra, and like teeny tiny piece of torso you can see. So like, usually when I wear them, I do purposely pull them down just to give myself more torso. I feel like it makes me feel longer. Now, aggressive scrunch shorts are butter fabric, so they're very, very light. These are not compressive. These are not tummy control. These are not like anything like that. They're very light, like second skin, feel very light. Because they are light, they are also going to be sheer. Obviously, the amount of sheerness depends on sizing and colorway, but they're pretty much all going to be sheer to some degree. I feel like grape juice is the one that's like the most squat proof compared to some of the lighter colors. Definitely the tie-dye colors. The tie-dye colors are see-through, okay? You're risking it. And in fact, this was a poll. I remember last year, I think it was last year. No, was it last year or earlier this year? Maybe it might have been like earlier this year at the beginning of the year, but I think it was because I remember I was there. I was at Design and I put them on because they like want to get my opinion on the sheerness. And I remember saying, well, they're very sheer, but I know some people care more about the print than the sheerness, so they probably will still want them. And then they did a poll on Discord and Instagram, and it was like, Discord is like, yeah, we want them anyway, even if they're sheer. And Instagram was like, nah, we don't want them. So I guess they decided to just go for it. So just FYI, the tie-dye is gonna be sheer, okay? They're gonna be sheer. They're called aggressive scrunch because they have this elasticized scrunch in the glute seam. Now, I know it looks scary and I know the name aggressive scrunch sounds scary, but when you put them on, this scrunch doesn't look like that, okay? It gets stretched out like that and it's just a straight line, but it contours the shape of your glutes. Contours the shape of your glutes. You don't see a full-on scrunch. They are a 7-inch inseam, but because of the type of fabric it is, this butter fabric, it kind of like comes in. So they end up fitting me more like a 5-inch. So still plenty long enough to give me the coverage that I want, but they don't look like bikers. So if you're concerned that 7-inch is going to be really, really long and look like bikers, they're not. Like the Rosa pocket leggings that came out with Story of Motherhood, those were 7-inch Rosas. Those look like bikers. These don't look like bikers, even though they're both 7-inch inseams. Again, because of the nature of this fabric. Overall, I do like aggressive scrunch. In fact, I love aggressive scrunch. I love aggressive scrunch leggings, aggressive scrunch flares, aggressive scrunch shorts. I am dying to see aggressive scrunch straight leg. I heard a rumor that they were working on them. I do not know if it's true or not. I hope it is, because if they come out with aggressive scrunch straight leg leggings, take my money, because I want every single color, because I am obsessed with straight leg leggings right now. So I would want every single one. I like straight leg more than flares. I just feel like they just, they're so good. But anyway, I do like aggressive scrunch. Aggressive scrunch is always going to be a top pick for me. I like how comfy they are. Again, they're not like compressive, okay? But I do like how comfy they are. They hold up really well in the gym for me. They hold up really well at solid core for me. They're comfy for walking. The only thing that most people complain about when it comes to aggressive scrunch is that this fabric pills very easily. So if you have a lot of friction, especially like me, where like my thighs touch and they will create friction as I move, I will get some pilling in the inner thighs. So just heads up about that. But other than that, they're very comfy, and I did the squat test here, so you saw how sheer they are. Okay, I had to sit down for these last two bottoms that I have for you. Real quick before I jump on these, there is an aggressive scrunch legging, but it only comes in the honeydew tie-dye. That's it, just that. And then there is an aggressive scrunch flare, which only comes in the blue bubbles tie-dye. I didn't get either one. You guys know how I feel about prints. I like my prints in small doses. So bra and shorts, which seems like it was the most logical for me, but yeah, they come in tie-dye. So if you love tie-dye, you do have two more bottom options for that. Okay, now let's get into the star of the show, the star of Strong AF, Bailey's baby, the Miracle bottoms. I'm going to talk about both the leggings and the shorts. Let's start with the leggings, starting with what the team has said as far as changes. Now, we've seen Miracle 3 times. We saw it with Juicy, we saw it with Unbreakable, and then we're seeing again with Strong AF. Each one of those fit different. All three of them fit different, okay? So just because you've had Miracle before doesn't mean that they're gonna fit you exactly the same. So I need you to pay attention to the differences that I'm about to describe. Now, as far as what the team communicated to us, they said, moved the under glute compression up 1/2 inch per customer feedback, which I appreciate because yes, it could sit a little low or it could ride down a little low. So the fact that they moved it up was chef's kiss. I have experienced like that glute contour, ribbing, compression thing. It's perfect where it is. Perfect, okay? Added 20% more compression at under glute, which is the same as what was on the Unbreakable launch. Yes, so I remember from Juicy to Unbreakable, that under glute compression was way more comfortable. So that they kind of increased it by 20%, and that still applies to this one. And then it says, we adjusted the front and back rise measurements to accommodate for stretch and softness. Fit will be the same high rise as Juicy launch, although specs might look shorter. So in Juicy, they were high rise. With Unbreakable, they made them way too high rise, like which some people loved. They were higher rise, so they kind of looked like ultra high rise. And so now they brought it back down to just high rise. So now they're the same rise as Juicy. So as you can see, 3 completely different fits depending on which launch you got them in. So let's start with this comparison right here. The original Juicy the original Miracle legging, which I have here in Venom, to the one right now, okay? I want to show you up close what they mean, okay? So in Juicy, they were like this, okay? And then in Strong AF, they're like this. So what they did is they brought this up compared to this one. They brought it up, okay? And they made this 20% more compressive. And also, I feel like this made a big difference. So in the original one, okay, you have 2 lines of compression. You have this ribbing, and then you have this ribbing, okay? And then same thing with this one, you have this ribbing, and then you have this ribbing. This is the compression, this is the part that gives you the lift. But as you can see, this ribbing is really like thin compared to this ribbing. So they brought it up higher, so it's not as thin as this, and that made a world of a difference, because this one, the Juicy one, it lifted, okay, it lifted fine, but because this part right here was so thin, on me it felt almost like I had a string or like a rubber band, like something just kind of like under my butt and then just like lifting it. Almost like a ribbon. They just put, like there was a ribbon under my butt cheek and it was lifting it. And so because it felt like that because it was so thin. Now this one, because it is now wider, it is longer, it is so much more comfortable. And it doesn't feel like you just have a ribbon lifting your butt cheek up. It feels way, 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 way more comfortable. So if you didn't get to try the ones from Unbreakable, that's okay. But I want you to know that these are way more comfortable than these, okay? Now, the rise is the same for both of these. The original to this one, same rise. They're gonna be high rise, not ultra high rise. Now let's compare it to the one from Unbreakable. So the Unbreakable Miracle to the now Miracle. So that compression change happened with Unbreakable, so the underglute compression is going to be the same. So just know that whatever this felt like under your butt cheek, this is going to feel like that under your butt cheek too, okay? The biggest difference between these two is that these were ultra high rise. They came up way higher, like you can see the picture here. Now both of them still cover my belly button, okay? They're still gonna, I know some girls, like when they put theirs on, you can see their belly button, and I think this is just one of those things where it's gonna vary depending on your body type. On me, they cover my belly button. All of them cover my belly button. Even the shorts cover my belly button, okay? So just keep in mind your body type, your anatomy, to kind of help you figure out if they're gonna show your belly button or not. I don't have an issue with that, okay? But Unbreakable, way higher rise compared to these. These also just felt bigger overall. I feel like I could have sized down to a medium in these. Some days, not every day. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I should have gone a medium. But I know for these I couldn't do medium. Like, these are perfect in a large. So, in conclusion, true to size. The ones from right now, true to size. I personally would not size up, because what happens when I size up is that they end up being too big. What ends up happening is that the top part of the booty cheek, so think of this kind of like a balloon, right? So this, I'm showing you the back of the leg, right? So you have this, it's like form-fitting up your thigh, and then you get compression at the back of your thigh right under your butt cheek, and then here you get like almost like a balloon, and then your butt cheek, everything that gets lifted fills up this balloon part of the legging, right? So what happens if you size up is that this balloon part ends up being way too big, and then you have all this extra fabric at the top, which ends up looking like you have a deflated balloon butt. So don't size up. Take my word for it, unless you have previous Miracle and they were just so tight, like so tight, then you probably have room to size up in, right? But like, if you're generally like you have a pretty good standard true to size, don't size up. Stick with your normal size, okay? So that's why I say don't size up. The other thing that happens is that then you end up having with a whole bunch of fabric right here in the crotch, and then that can create camel toe because you're constantly like pulling it up because you feel like you have so much fabric, so you're constantly pulling on it, tugging on it, and then you end up pulling so much that you just kind of end up giving yourself camel toe. So again, don't size up. Unless you're just like, oh my God, I can't breathe in my old ones, then size up. But like, otherwise don't size up, okay? If you're in between sizes, I would go with your smaller size. Personally, I would. But again, you know your body best. I'm just giving you my experiences with the whole sizing up situation. One thing that I also noticed that is different from the original to the ones from now is that the glute seam is longer. The glute seam is now, I want to say, I'll put a picture here, an extra inch longer, which personally, I prefer the shorter glute seam. I feel like I have a short booty crack. We talk about this. I think we've talked about this before. I know for sure I've talked about it with the athletes a lot. We talk a lot about bodies, our bodies. But I know that I have a short butt crack. So like this being shorter works in my favor. But I think for like the general woman, they don't need that short of a glute seam. So that's why they made it 4 inches rather than 3 inches. So just heads up, it is going to be a little bit longer than this one. So if you felt like this one was too short, you're good. That being said, it's not super long. It's not like a Legacy one where like it goes halfway up my back. Not at all. It still really contours the glutes, as you can see right here. Out of all the Miracle legging versions we've seen, this one is my favorite. And I know I might have said that with Unbreakable. I was like, oh my God, I love these so much more than the original, which I did, just because they were just more comfortable overall, like especially in that back compression, the glute compression, it just felt so much more comfortable. But these are now my favorite because I like the rise better on these. I feel like the other ones were too high rise for me personally. So this is my favorite one because it combines my favorite parts of the other two. Like it combines the waistband of this one with the compression of this one, and you get this one. You know, only the BB and Paulo can take this and give you a princess. So yeah, these are my favorite ones. So yeah, but these right now, the current Miracle as it is right now, is my favorite one. Now we've talked about sheerness before. Seamless at its nature is going to be somewhat sheer, okay? Look, right here, not seamless, not sheer, right? But the more you stretch the fabric, the more sheer it's going to become. Another reason to be cautious of sizing down too much, because if you size down too much, you're obviously going to be stretching the fabric even more, thus making it more sheer. So be conscious of that when you size down. I cannot size down anymore. I know I can't. One, they're gonna be sheer just me standing up. Two, I'm gonna rip that glute seam. I'm gonna have a hole down my booty crack. So yeah, for me, I can't size down. But to some degree, I feel like all seamless is somewhat sheer. Every color is going to be different. I only have one pair of Miracle this time. So you might have noticed on the PDF that a lot of these colors are in red text. That's because those were running late and they weren't available for PR. And then like a week after, they're like, hey, we got a couple of colors in. And it really wasn't a lot of colors. I think it was just like 3 colors. They're like, we have them. So then I like jumped on it and I bought these. I bought them because I had reached my PR limit, because I've told y'all before we have limits. But I was like, there's no way I can do a review and not include the updated Miracle legging. So I just paid out of pocket for it, and I had to know and I had to tell y'all. So just FYI, that's why if you see when people are reviewing Miracle, why everyone has like the same 2 or 3 colors, is because the rest weren't available at the time of PR. They should be available in time for launch. I think they're already there. I think it's just we couldn't get them for PR. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah, each color, the amount of sheerness is going to vary on each color, and you'll see that right now when I do the shorts. So actually, let's do that. Let's get into the shorts. Let's talk Miracle shorts. Miracle shorts are my #1 top pick, #1 top pick for this launch. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna say I was a hater, but I was a doubter. I was very much a doubter that these were going to work for me. I'm gonna post a picture right here so you can see, okay? I knew these were coming. I've known about this since before y'all known about this, because again, Bailey was working on Juicy while I was working on Vita, and so like I got to try some of her stuff on. But I remember when she was working on these, and I'm thinking, I don't know how I feel about those kinds of shorts, blah, blah, blah. So about a year ago, I got Define. So I'm gonna post a picture right here. Now, since I knew Miracle shorts were coming down the line, I said, I need to do my research because I need to know how they compare against other stuff out there. So I ordered my first pair of Define Impact shorts. I wanna say I got them last year, like towards the end of summer last year. They're right here. I actually got them in 2 sizes. I got them in a large and I got them in an extra large because I was like, I have no idea like which is gonna fit me. So I got both. And I hated them. I absolutely hated them. I couldn't even put the large on. Like they were just so freaking tight, so freaking tiny that I couldn't get them on. Luckily, I got the extra large of Define Impact, so that's what I'm wearing here. Now, I got them on, and the thigh part of those is so tight. And I know it's supposed to be tight because it's supposed to create that glute lift, but they're so uncomfortably tight. But then the waistband, because I had to get the extra large so that they would fit my thighs and my butt, but I have an hourglass shape, so then the waistband was way too loose. So I had this huge contrast between a loose waistband, but a hella tight short hem. And it was just like the most awkward fit of shorts that I've ever had in my life. And this fabric is really rough. It's really rough and thick, and it's not the comfiest. So at that moment, I was like, I don't get the hype for Define. I'm sure like it works great for other girlies, but for me and my body type and like how I want things to feel on me, Define ain't it. It's just not it. And I know that Define has other kinds of shorts too. Like I know Impact is not the only short they have. I know they have others, but I didn't like them. I don't like them. So I was like, damn, okay, maybe these kinds of shorts don't work for me, right? Well, then comes the Alphalete Pump short earlier this summer. I want to say it launched right around Vita or right after Vita, but the Alphalete Pump short came out. So I was like, well, research, let's go get them. So I drove myself over to Alphaland and I put them on, and they're way more comfortable than Define. Like if I had to pick between Alphalete and Define, I would pick the Alphalete one. The waistband comes up higher, it's more supportive, it's more compressive, it's way more comfortable. I love how they look in the front. I don't get camel toe, they're nice and stretchy. The under glute seam, it like has lift, but it's not like the legs of the shorts aren't so tight. My only problem with the Alphalete ones is that they're only come in 1 length, and while they look fine in the front, on the back they're too short for my booty and they roll up. So, and I'm not comfortable wearing booty shorts to the gym. Like I just, it's a personal personal preference. We all have our limits and our boundaries, right? Like for me, this is one. Like I don't want my butt cheeks hanging out the back of my shorts. So this is the only reason why I would pass on the athlete ones. Now, obviously, if they had a longer inseam, like if they offered it in 2 inseams where like they had the original pump and then like a biker pump, heck yeah, I would love the biker pump, because I think I really do like everything about the pump one, except the fact that they're too short on the back for my butt and they ride up, right? So anyway, knowing that both of those 2 shorts, one of them, heck no, one of them, 50-50, right? I was a doubter when it came to these. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna fit me. I don't think they're gonna work for my body type. Maybe I'm just too curvy. Maybe my thighs are just too big. Maybe they're gonna accentuate my butt in a way that is just not cute. Or maybe like this little balloon part is gonna be too big. So I went into it very, very doubtful. And just like I did with Define, I said, give me a large, you give me an extra large so I can compare, because I don't know which is gonna fit me. Lo and behold, they are the best glute lifting short that I've tried. Like out of all the 3 that I've tried 4. I tried an Amazon version, which I can't for the life of me find it, because I wanted to use that too as another comparison, and I have no clue where I put it. So like, unfortunately I won't be able to include it, but if I find them, I'll share on stories. But out of all of the glute lifting shorts that I've tried, Buffbunny and Bailey hit it out of the park. They absolutely hit it out of the park. This is an amazing short. I love the rise. I know Bailey's not happy with the rise. I know she wanted them to be a little bit lower. I personally love the rise as it is. I think it is so flattering. It's so comfortable, and I think it hits me in the perfect spot. I like that it's a biker. I like that it's longer, because that way it doesn't roll up, it doesn't dig in, and it doesn't squish my thighs. This hem right here, the leg opening, I want you to see how stretchy it is. Look at how stretchy it is, okay? You don't have to worry about this squeezing your thigh and making it feel like sausage casing at all, because it is so freaking tight. I'm sorry, so freaking stretchy, not tight, stretchy. It is so comfortable. And then of course the compression here is the same as the legging, which I already told you, I love the updated compression that they did to the legging. So then putting this on the short, which is a biker length, is just so good, so good. And like, obviously if I put all 3 here side by side, you can see, okay, Miracle is by far the most flattering on my body type. Now the girls who do like short shorts, I've seen lots of the girls shimmy the leg up and make them shorter, and they still look cute. So if you're more of a like short shorts kind of girl, then just know that you can shimmy them up. I know that there's been talk about possibly having like a shorter version in the future, kind of like we talked about rises, multiple rises. I don't know if that's going to be true, but as for them, how they are right now as a biker, I absolutely love them. Like, I want y'all to give them a try. Like if you're kind of on the, like if it's a flat out no for you, like you know you don't like Miracle, you know you don't like glute lifting, you know you don't like things that accentuate your butt, like I understand, don't do it, because you probably won't like them. And I don't want you to be disappointed, and I don't want you to waste your money and then have to go through a return and all that stuff, right? But if you're genuinely curious, or if you've tried other ones before and you kind of like want to know what these feel like, or if you just like are kind of like, what's the word, intrigued by the idea of them, give them a try. Give them a try, because I think you might actually really, really like them. Now, obviously, when it comes to this and my Vita shorts, obviously I like my Vita ones. They're my babies. I designed them and picked those for a reason. I still think that my Vita shorts accentuate the glutes, but these accentuate and lift, which is a difference. There's a big difference between accentuating the booty cheeks and then accentuating and lifting your butt, okay? This is essentially shapewear for the gym, which again is not for everyone. I totally get that. So if this is not for you, that's fine, but let's not judge those of us who do like it. I don't know, I just really like them. I'm so pleasantly surprised so pleasantly pleased with these shorts, and I've had, ever since I put them on, I've had no issue saying they are my top pick. Now, let's talk about two things that I've noticed between talking to Kara and Gabs. The three of us, you know, the three of us, we have our Libra Sisters chat and we share notes and compare things. One thing that we have noticed, two things we have noticed. One, the rise of the shorts varies by color. Like, it feels like every single colorway sits a little different. None of them are super low, in my opinion. They're all like high rise to ultra high rise, but there is a difference in colorway. Like, some colorways are gonna sit a little bit higher than others. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And then the second thing to keep in mind is the level of sheerness. Now, I said this with the leggings, seamless in its nature is going to be somewhat sheer, but the degree of sheerness definitely varies among every single color. So obviously I don't have every single color, but I am gonna do a squat test right here of all the colors that I do have so you can see. I feel like the most squat proof color is going to be Lunar, which is a solid, and then the most sheer out of all the colors is Hot Pink Ombre, which is like the pink variation. Even think like the Candy Crush Ombre, which is like the darker pink. Even that one is sheer, which that one surprised me because I didn't think that one was going to be sheer, but it ended up being pretty sheer. Even Playa is a little sheer, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected because it's like a light color. So just FYI. Now, obviously, I'm wearing black underwear here for you so you can see the sheerness of it. But when I wear them to the gym, like for myself, I just wear a nude thong and you can't really see anything. And it doesn't bother me. Like, my nude thong covers the parts that need to be covered. So yeah, it just kind of blends in then. So I have no issues with the sheerness personally. But I know that's important. So I wanted to make sure that I squat proof tested every single color that I do have. So you can see them right there. All right, Fuerte fam, that is all I have for you today. I hope you found this review helpful. Now listen, if you made it this far, then you're in for a treat because I'm actually gonna do a giveaway in this YouTube video. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, since I am no longer an exclusive athlete with Buffbunny Collection, they no longer give me gift cards to give away, right? So like that's a perk of being an exclusive athlete. And I have been doing this for 5 years and I've always done gift cards with each launch as a giveaway, right? And if the Buffbunny team is not gonna give me that perk anymore, then I still wanna do that for you guys, for supporting me, for watching these videos, for caring, for the love and support that you have shown me. So out of my own pocket, I will continue to do the giveaways. So we did one over on Instagram that I posted about in my broadcast channel. So if you're not part of the Amigas Fuertes broadcast channel, make sure that you sign up over there because we're gonna be doing giveaways there. But then also I'm gonna do another one here in this YouTube video. So to enter the giveaway in this YouTube video, you have to do two things. You have to, number one, comment, well, like and comment in this video. I need you to comment whatever you want, okay? But I need you to include these 3 emojis. You have to include these 3 emojis some way, somehow into your comment, okay? Please make sure in your comment that you also tell me your Instagram handle so that I can, if you win, I know who to contact, because sometimes I don't know how to get in touch with you and then like I try to reply to you in the comments of these videos and I never hear back. So make sure that you tell me some way I can get a hold of you, okay? Your Instagram handle, something, maybe not personal information, like don't put your phone number or anything like that. Instagram handle's fine because then I can just find you on Instagram and DM you, right? So use these 3 comments, or sorry, use these 3 emojis in your comment and tell me how I can get a hold of you. And then number 2, the second thing you need to do is I need you to share this video on your story. So this is going to be a second entry, okay? 2 separate entries. So you can comment, and that's entry number 1. Comment and share on Instagram stories for 2 entries, okay? Make sure that you tag me if you post about it on your stories. You can link the video, you can do a selfie of you watching the video, whatever you need to do, but just share the fact that I did a review video on your Instagram stories. Tag me so I can see it, and then that's gonna be your second entry to the giveaway. And I'm gonna be giving away a $50 gift card. Now on top of that, I am still doing monthly giveaways. So every month I pick 3 winners to win a $100 Buffbunny collection gift card. So to enter that, all you have to do is shop, use code Teresa at checkout, screenshot your order, and put it and submit the order to the giveaway form that is linked in the video description. So that is another way for you to enter. If you just don't want to do all the posting and commenting, you'd rather just support and shop and support and then enter that way, that is another way for you to enter. As I said before, this launches this Saturday, August 16th at 1 p.m. Central. Code Teresa saves you 10% and makes you eligible for all the giveaway stuff. It supports me directly as well, because although I'm the one who chose to step away from the Buffbunny team, I would like to stay and continue working with the Buffbunny team. So you guys supporting me, showing me your support using my code is going to be even more important now than ever, so that they keep me on the team, because I do generally want to stay on the team and bring you all these reviews and all this fun stuff. All right, make sure to drop any other questions that you have in the comments below. I'll come back periodically and answer as many questions as I can. But another way to get answers is to either join my Discord, which you have to DM me privately to get the link, because I don't post it publicly to keep the weirdos out. And then or also over on my Instagram, because I do check my DMs periodically and I do Q&As over there as well. Don't forget to check out my highlights, where I already have tons of little try-ons as well, little mini thoughts of things as I've worn them over the past week. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here. And you've got 2 new videos coming up soon. We've got one, Fuerte episode 3, it's coming up. And then my very first Patula sizing and review video. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you soon. Bye.